Hey guys, Chris Webber here. Today I'm going to show you a beginner cardistry move. It's called the Swivel Cut. It's actually the very first cardistry move that I ever learned back in 2007. It's a nice simple move. It's also a false cut, so it doesn't change the order of the deck. It's made up of a few different techniques that are a really good starting point. They're fundamental moves that you'll see used throughout cardistry, particularly packet cuts. So it's a really good starting point. What we'll do today is I'll show you each of the techniques individually, and then at the end we'll put it together and we'll execute the swivel cut. So grab a deck of cards, let's get into it. Okay, so to start the swivel cut, what I'll do is I'll show you each move individually first, and then we'll put it together at the end. So to start, what we're going to do is we're going to start in the overhand grip, and if you're right-handed, this is using your right hand, so your dominant hand, and basically the grip is that you're holding the deck with your middle finger and ring finger at the short edge at the top here, and then your thumb is at the back opposing them at the other short edge, and then your index finger here is just curled around and is free to move. So a lot of moves start from this position. It's a very fundamental grip, so important. And what you'll notice as well is that I'm not gripping it right here so that basically my hand is covering the whole deck. I'm basically holding it almost right over the index. So you don't necessarily want to hold it right here, because then you can't, it's very difficult to maneuver the cards from here. So we'll try and grip it towards one side so that you can see there's a lot of exposed space here for me to work with. So to start the move, the first thing we'll do is what we call a swing cut. So this is a swing cut here. Now to execute the swing cut, what you're going to do is you're going to take your index finger and you're going to place it on the short edge here, and then you're going to pull it back up and bring about a third of the cards with you. So again, you're literally just going to lift up, and now you've got two packets, and one of them is still in the same position as before, but now you've got an extra one, and that's been gripped between your index finger and thumb. Now I'm going to come over here with my left hand, and I'm just going to pinch the edge of these cards here between my thumb and my index finger, and I'm just going to transfer it over, and then I'm going to let it sit in what's called mechanics grip. So again, this is a very fundamental grip for cardistry. You can see that I've got my pinky, ring finger and middle fingers along one edge, and my thumb on the opposing long edge, and then my index finger here is just sitting on the short edge. This is where a lot of moves will start from as well, and that's particularly true with one-handed cuts. So a very fundamental grip to know. So again, we're just taking about a third of the cards and transferring them over like so, and that's the swing cut. So the next move that we'll learn is going to revolve a packet 180 degrees. So if we lift up again, similar to before, but instead of transferring it over with the pinching it and just grabbing it, I'm going to take my left index finger and I'm going to contact the edge that's opposing where my right index finger is, and I'm going to transfer the grip from my left thumb onto my index finger. So now this packet is solely being gripped between my two index fingers. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my left hand forward, and what that's going to do is rotate that packet 180 degrees, just like so, and then I can place it directly into mechanics grip. So again, I've lifted up, transferred the grip onto my index fingers, and then I can rotate it around 180 degrees. And that's going clockwise if you're right hand dominant. So from here, what we'll do next is put those two moves together along with an additional grip as well. So this will be the full swivel cut. So what I'll do is we'll just start with the swing cut we learned earlier, and now from here I'm just going to lift up another packet, and I'm going to now pick up this lower packet with my right hand, and I'm going to grip it between my right ring finger and thumb. So you can see here now what I've got is 3 packets, and they're all being gripped each on one finger and against my thumb. So just like so. Now what I'm going to do is, once I've picked this up, I'm then going to steal out the middle packet with my left hand, just like so. And I'm going to leave that in mechanics grip now. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to pivot this top packet around like we just looked at, while I'm still holding onto this lower packet. And then that'll drop back on top. Now I'm in this position, I can just place that back on top. Just like so. And that's the completed cut. So it's a really good introduction point for cardistry, because you learn a couple of the basic techniques that are very commonly used. It's a really nice flourish to learn, looks really good, and it's actually the very first move that I ever learned. So I hope you like it, hope you get some good practice out of it.